readings lately, tarot readings, and it's not because I haven't wanted to. I have, but let me start again because I don't know if I got that. I haven't done any tarot readings lately, you guys. Thank you if you are watching this live, um, or watching it later. It doesn't matter really, because this is something that I wasn't really planning to do. But every time I've tried to come up with an idea for a new tarot reading lately, I've um, I've kind of struggled because it's felt like a little not exciting, but it felt a little rote. It was getting a little mechanical, and I kind of wanted to come back when I had something that was actually exciting and interesting to me. And finally, tonight I was thinking, like, is there an idea? Is there a topic? People have suggested topics. For example, people have suggested I do more topics relating to cryptocurrency and so on, but it wasn't. None of that was really interesting to me right now. I'm not saying I won't in the future. I'm just saying tonight that wasn't what I wanted to do. And so I asked myself, I don't need these. I asked myself, what is it that I would like to do? And kind of what I came up with is this the just kind of doing an energy reading because I feel like I'm experiencing a lot of energy right now. I think it happens whenever there's something like New Year's that I can feel the collective environment. And I'm in a very large city right now, so it's yeah, I feel it, and I just kind of wanted to channel some of that. I'm working on a lot of music that's pretty exciting to me too. So yeah, I just wanted to do an energy reading, but it's not just about. I wanted to do an energy reading that is something that is going to be powerful for everybody that watches this, whether you're watching it live or you're watching it later. It doesn't matter. Like it's going to be powerful for me and for you, and yeah, so I'm excited about it. Basically, I'm going to do a four-card reading and take a break with each card to kind of work with it. And I encourage you to take part in this too because I'm going to close my eyes and kind of feel the energy and experience it. And I recommend you do the same because I'm designing this. One moment. I'm making this so that it's going to be beneficial, not just for me. I'm picking the cards that are going to help as many people as possible. So I do encourage you to take part in these exercises if you are watching this, because I think you'll feel it. Yeah. So it's the end of the year, almost 2022. I think we have where I'm at. It's the evening of the 30th. Tomorrow's New Year's Eve, and I can feel the energy building. And I'm also feeling that 2023 is going to be a very, very magical year. I don't know if you know that the number 23 is a very magical number. And I think sometimes when these things are like showing up as magical concepts, it's not so much that they're something in the past, it's that there's something in the future that is we're being drawn towards. And I feel like this next year is going to be very magical for a lot of people, including myself, but you too, I think, and everyone ultimately. So I want to look at that and see what is the best way that we can approach next year and experience it and deal with it. And yeah, so let's take a look. Wherever you are, whoever you are, wherever you are, whenever you are, I will pick the cards that will benefit us all. And whatever challenges you're facing, be grateful for them and put them aside, though, for the sake of this reading. We're going to try and just not forget them, but, leave them behind. So a card came out. Interesting. So this is a card that I associate with myself a lot. King of Pentacles. This is the card that I most resonate with. I mean, there's a lot of great cards, the Fool, and a lot of other ones that I love, but this one I feel like is the most my character. So I don't know why this is coming up though for everybody, but since I'm the only one here so far, which is fine. I think the great thing about doing the lives in which I'm the first one and nobody else is on is that I can kind of warm up. And yeah, so I'm going to hold off though on this and see what the other cards are that we have coming up. So the four cards that we're going to look at. So I'm calling this an energy reading, and I use the word energy a lot in readings because it is one of my favorite words, but I think it's important to think about what energy is and different types of energy, because energy, well, I guess this is my conception of energy, is that energy is what allows things to be possible. It allows new possibilities. It allows uh, new creation. And uh, energy is exciting. So um, I think that's what I like about this format tonight, is that this is energizing me, because I it doesn't feel like a burden to do this. It feels not like not road at all, because it could go anywhere. So I like that right away. And I think what I kind of suggest you do, if you're doing things and you don't feel that you have energy, which is, like I said, possibilities to move in new directions and to move how you want and live more exciting life, is to start thinking about how you can break your patterns and move into new patterns, try new things, because that is a way of creating energy. Because energy isn't always about, we think about as physical energy. That's kind of the most intuitive or common sense way of thinking of energy. But really, energy is, it can be mental energy, it can be emotional energy, it can be spiritual energy. People think sometimes of money as energy, which is sort of a material energy, but I think it's kind of the most, I don't know, boring type of energy, to be honest. It's important, sure, but I think there's many other energies, and I don't want you to limit yourself if you don't feel like you have money, that you can't do things. And I think that's the great thing about energy. If you can manifest energy in a higher energy state within yourself. So we got our next card, Queen of Cups, another favorite card of mine for different reasons. Do we have a Queen and a King so far? If you can bring that energy into your life, it can be through other people. Like meeting new people is a wonderful form of energy. As I've traveled around the world, I meet different people, and we have our next card, King of Swords. We have quite a royal deck going here. 2 kings and a queen so far. We're going to address each of these characters, because they are characters, even though they are energies, and see what they mean in 2023. And all right, final card. Ace of Cups. There we go. All right. So, those are the 4 cards we're going to look at tonight as our energy manifestation for 2023. Okay. So I'm going to begin, I think, with King of Pentacles, who is the first one that came up. So I'm going to take a break. And if you're watching this later, feel free to do this as well, because I think it will make it more powerful. But take a look at the King of Cups. He's a interesting character. And all these royalty characters are very powerful. And I'm sorry, not King of Cups, King of Pentacles. As a Pentacle card, he's very grounded. But as a King card, he's able to see other perspectives. That's the thing about royalty, is they are capable of seeing other perspectives very well, even if they are most familiar with their own suit. And King of Pentacles is somebody who has material resources, is very physically grounded in the world, good health, usually good monetary allowance, good capable of doing things. Kind of a slower energy, but very powerful. It's kind of like the tortoise in the hare race, slow and steady, but it is very reliable and very powerful. So let's take a second and consider. Let's just close our eyes and the breath work that I encourage people to do whenever they do any kind of meditation is. Oh, we have our first comment. Hi, Lisa. um, so I'm basically looking at the energy for 2023 and kind of I'm doing something a little different tonight in that I'm offering 4 cards um, that I'm seeing as very lining up with next year. And anybody who watches this, I think, is going to benefit from it and feel the energy. Because 2023, I'm feeling a lot of magic next year. I feel like 23 is a very magical number, and it's because this 2023 is going to be a very magical year. And I think a lot of people I've saw from 2022 is that new things are continuing to happen in the world, things that have never happened before, unprecedented things, both good and bad. And I think that's going to continue. 2023 is going to be even more magical. And in a sense, it's very volatile. It can be a little frightening, but it's also very, things can be possible that were otherwise impossible. And let me check my stream rate right now, you guys. It says it's good, so I hope you can all see and hear me well. Let me know if you have any issues, and I'll see if I can fix it, but I'm not sure how. Yeah, so I'm looking at these 4. I picked 4 cards for 2023, and the cards that I came up with are King of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, King of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. And I want to see how these are going to relate to next year. Oh, fascinating. Lisa says that she was born on 23rd of September. Well, that's a very magical. I think you have, Lisa, then you're destined for a very magical year. Oh, good. Audio is great too. Yeah. So there's I don't know if you guys know, but 23 is a number that comes up in a lot of synchronicities. It was really popularized by William Burroughs and Robert Anton Wilson, and in their books, there's an old thing called 23 Skidoo. So 23 is a very magical year. It's going to be very magical for a lot of people. Expect it. And yeah, these cards, though, I'm looking at are going to be, I think, this is not a roadmap of next year. This is an energy pathway that I'm opening to help you prepare for next year and make it as wonderful as possible. And let's start with this King of Pentacles, though. I'm going to close my eyes and just kind of breathe on it and meditate on this image. I encourage you to do the same. I think it will help a lot. And I was saying, though, that when you do breath work or meditation, it's kind of helpful to think about your breath instead of it as like a line that goes in, out, like an accordion or something. Think of it as like a circle. And your breath, as you inhale and exhale, you want it to be as smooth and regular as possible. So you don't want to go, you want to go more like just regular as possible. And that will, what that does when you breathe regularly like that, your brain, I don't know the science behind it, but I've read this in different places that it will help you to change your brainwave state very quickly. So achieving that regular breath work, slower, deeper, quieter, and more regular, is going to be very powerful. And I'm going to close my eyes and take a second to meditate on this image of the King of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. And again, I encourage you to do the same. I think it will help you enormously, but I'm just going to take a second and let's consider the King of Pentacles. All right, so I'm done for now. I'm not going to do a deep meditation. Before I go on, I see Lisa, you're asking, will you drop more videos in 2023? Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. I know the last week or so I've been kind of not as prolific with videos as I've been earlier. I was doing them almost every day, and it's just the end of the year. A lot of things I'm trying to get done, and just things happen. So I do plan. I if I'd like to do videos at least 3 or 4 times a week. That's my goal, I guess. And I think it's just because I do a lot of things, and I have two other channels that I'm trying to kind of keep up on. If you guys don't know, I have a music channel as well, and I have my regular channel, which is just me talking about books usually and stuff. So it would help if you subscribe. Feel free. But yeah, so definitely more videos planned. If you ever have suggestions or ideas, always bring them along. Yeah, so back to the King of Pentacles with next year. When I was reading for King of Pentacles, I'm sorry, when I was kind of meditating on him or feeling his energy, and you could see it as a character, but it's also an energy in the universe that is beyond a personality. So what I was getting though overall is that if you look at the King of Pentacles, I don't know if you can see this, but he kind of has almost a smile on his face because he's such an abundant fellow that he really likes to share that abundance. I think that's what I get with the King of Pentacles. I mean, when I relate to myself as the King of Pentacles, I do see this as the character I most associate with, is that when I have this feeling of abundance, I want to share it with people, which is why I do things like this channel, is because I want to help people genuinely. And I think that's kind of like the attitude that I'm feeling for next year, is that the abundance that I have, I want to share it with as many people as possible, bring as much magic into the world as possible, and just help people live wonderfully and get excited about life. Because I think, life should be exciting. And if you're not excited, I'm going to give you maybe some help with these other cards as well. So yeah, let's keep going with this. I like the King of Pentacles. Like I said, it's one of my favorite cards. Next card I'm going to look at is the Queen of Cups, who, unlike the King of Pentacles, she seems a little more moody. She's got a little more moody energy, but she can also be very fun and very happy when she gets like kind of excited and giddy. But she can also be kind of depressed and sad. So it's kind of a very kind of bipolar state of being high energy, very high energy. But sometimes if she keeps that energy bottled up, it can be kind of it can kind of spiral within her. But let's take a minute, and I'm gonna close my eyes again and just kind of meditate on the Queen of Pentacles. I'm sorry, Queen of Cups. The energy of that. Actually, I'll keep this held up so if you guys want to look at it. But yeah, Queen of Cups. Yeah, I can feel with the Queen of Cups a very different energy from that King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is so practical and down to earth, but the King of Pentacles needs water. He loves, like, these two. They're like the King of Pentacles anyway. He loves her because she's just like pure emotion, and that's what he needs. So uh, with the Queen of Cups, what I'm feeling when I read for her is that she just like she loves connection. She loves that connection with others, and I'm feeling a lot of that next year with more people connecting in a lot of wonderful ways. And I think the last few years, since coronavirus, things have just changed. Everybody loves to say that things have changed, but I feel like next year is going to be more connections in a lot of positive ways, a lot of more like party, festive, exciting energy that is, I think, overall very positive. Yeah. So I think I'm feeling, like I said, she has kind of a negative and positive aspects, but I'm feeling more of a positive aspect next year. Like she's finally able to unbottle the energy that she's held for the last few years. So I think overall I don't know, this next year looks really great. I think overall, not for everybody obviously, but I think if you're watching this video, you're in a very good position to approach next year. So let's look at the next card, King of Swords. And yeah, I'm going to take a second once more and I'm going to meditate on him and just feel the general energy from the King of Swords. Okay, so this is very different energy, very different actually. So interesting. So what I'm getting from this energy, I'm going to relate it to from my perspective, and where you're at is going to be different probably. But from my perspective, I'm seeing this as a lot of the people in the world that are still very afraid, still very, in states of war and conflict. They're going to see things like these more happier elements that I see in these other cards, and they're still not going to be totally able to relate to it. And they're holding the sword, they're holding this view of the world that has to be very protected and guarded. And the only way that you can like help people like this is to really it's when I read for this energy, it's so hard to see this character smiling. He's very past oriented, very definitely a slower, older energy, and it's not about young people. This is definitely the past in a lot of ways. Um, Let me take a second. So Lisa, you're saying that you're deaf. Oh, wow, fascinating. So are you reading my lips right now? How are you able to understand? Uh, I try to turn on closed captions with my videos, but I don't know if I can with live. I try to. I'm assuming that you're not able to see closed captions. My I would suggest I'm going to look after this reading and see in my older videos that I did live if they have closed captions after the fact, because I would love to. Yeah, I would obviously love to have closed captions. If I'm not able to do that myself with I just do too many videos and I don't have the time or the money resources to do it. But if the AI, YouTube's AI does it, yeah, I would. Oh, okay. Excellent. Yeah, so I'll check my settings again and see, because it'd be great. Yeah, obviously I would love that on every video to have closed captions. So I will look into that. Um, let me get back though to this reading, and then I will continue. So, King of Swords. Yeah, I was saying that this is like a lot of the energy in contrast to this. So this is like a rising current in the world with more connection, more abundance through a lot of different lives next year as opposed to this year. But I think there's still going to be a lot of energy, a lot of resistance. And the only way that you can deal with this energy is not attack it, not push it aside, and not kind of ignore it. You have to kind of, present it with warmth and try and use humor and love and be able to connect with it, because really this character does not want to put the sword down, and he feels that he has to protect it. And it's understandable. Like this is an old paradigm, an old perspective on the world and life, and it's people don't give up paradigms very easily. They hang on to the past, and they hang on to especially by the time we're definitely by 30, most of us have kind of plateaued in our kind of development of our personality, and it's not going to change a lot. But there is still, everybody has a child within them. Everybody has good experiences on some level. They may not be abundant and they may not be recent, but they have them in themselves. They know what those experiences are, and being able to connect with them and open that for them is, it's a challenge for if you are blessed with positive things in your life, is bringing that to other people, whether it's physical things are wonderful, but also emotional things and connection and so on. So help to bring that into the world. I think it will help a lot. And finally, let's look at this Ace of Cups card. Another wonderful card, one of my favorites. Really an outflowing of emotional energy and positivity. And I'm going to close my eyes once more, and I encourage you to do the same. Just relax and hold this image and feel its energy. All right. So I think what I feel with this one is I feel lightheaded almost in a good way, not a bad lightheaded, but like just like this rising of very very much a rising current of energy. And yeah, I think as an overall pattern, this looks very wonderful for next year. I think this is a very uplifting spirit. And yeah, overall, this looks like a very wonderful year next year. I'm not doing predictions tonight. This is just giving you the energy that I'm seeing and helping you to bring this, as by watching this video, you're becoming a channel to this thing, because it's like a domino effect, really. If we, I'm bringing these things, and I'm not doing it myself. Obviously, the universe is doing it, but it's bringing it through me, this energy, and anyone who watches this experiences it, and they bring it to people in their lives. It does spread in a very magical way. That's what magic is. It's this pulling out from the imagination that are within ourselves, the good things that we want to bring into the world. And it can be used negatively, obviously, because people do manifest negative things and they bring very dark energy into the world. But I think overall, I don't know. I'm an optimist, and I think I don't watch horror movies. So I think I'm careful about what I experience, but that's my reality tunnel. That's my filter bubble. But it's I've seen plenty of ugly things, sure, but overall, I think I'm grateful for the opportunity of life and the opportunity of sharing things with others and being a teacher. I've taught for many years. I worked in schools. I taught in South Korea and the U.S. and it's a wonderful experience. And I think that sharing things with others is a very powerful thing that I want to keep doing. And that's why I do these videos and why I make videos in general. And yeah, I hope that you too are a channel into higher realms of being, higher energies. Use these characters next year. Here they are again. King of Pentacles. Share your abundance and all that you have in life. Queen of Cups, which is kind of driving yourself towards emotional positivity rather than negativity. And this one is it's a fine line. You gotta really make sure that you every day that you bring out the positive energy rather than the negative. And then the King of Swords, which is the more the hard edges of the world, the people that are not in positions of abundance and emotional positivity, people that are more guarded and have the past behind them that is kind of dragging them back. You need to help them. And finally, the Ace of Cups, in which all emotions rise up together, and that expression that I forget. I always forget expressions, but the one where rising tide raises all boats. Whatever, what I'm saying. Like everyone is connected in a very real way, and I think it's like a challenge and a responsibility. And yeah, so I thank you all. Oh, I see, Lisa, that you're a former teacher as well. Excellent. Yeah, so you understand. Yeah, so anyways, I think I'm going to wrap it up tonight. I feel so much, I feel wonderful after doing this reading. So I think I would love to do something like this again, but I plan to do my tarot readings as well, predictions, and whatever else I come up with. I'm just gonna keep myself open to the possibilities of this channel and see where it goes, as always, and try to have fun with it and try and help as many people as possible. All right, y'all. Well, actually, no, this is gonna be my last reading for this year, but I will see you in the new year, and have a great New Year's. And yeah, take care, y'all.